शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 2 वल्ली 1 मंत्र 2। पराचः कामाननुयन्ति बालाः ते मृत्योर्यन्ति विततस्य पाशम्। अथ धीरा अमृतत्वं विदित्वा ध्रुवमध्रुवेष्विह न प्रार्थयन्ते। We will see the bhashya. yattavat स्वाभाविकं परागेव अनात्मदर्शनं तत् आत्मदर्शनस्य प्रतिबन्धकारणम् अविद्या तत्प्रतिकूलत्वात् या च पराक्ष्वेव अविद्योपदर्शितेषु दृष्टादृष्टेषु भोगेषु तृष्णा ताभ्याम् अविद्यातृष्णाभ्याम् प्रतिबद्धात्मदर्शनाः पराचः बहिर्गतान् एव कामान् काम्यान् विषयान् अनुयन्ति अनुगच्छन्ति बालाः अल्पप्रज्ञाः। यत्तावत् स्वाभाविकं परागेव अनात्मदर्शनं परागेव दर्शनं seeing only the external objects parageva darshanam and parageva darshanam is anatma darshanam. Being aware of anatma since the indriyas are devised to perceive the anatmas. The indriyas naturally perceive the anatma, and when we perceive the anatma, we attribute reality to them. We attribute satyatva buddhi to them. It is called anatma darshanam, attributing reality to the external objects. And it is swabhavikam. It is natural. You don't have to learn it. It is swabhavika. It is tavat. It is the first one. Yat tavat. Firstly. Bhashyakara is explaining another model. Samsara is explained in a different way now. The cause of samsara. What causes samsara? To explain it, he uses a prakriya, a methodology, a model. So, first of all, there is avidya, parageva atmadarshanam, attributing reality to the external objects, and it is called avidya. Bhashyakara calls it avidya now. And in this context, avidya is not the mula vidya, not the ignorance. Avidya is anatma darshanam itself is called avidya here. Avidya is used in a different sense than in the sense it is used generally in Vedanta Shastra. And it is Atmadarshanasya Pratibandhakaranam. The avidya, Anatmadarshanam, acts as an obstacle in the pursuit of Atmajnana. Atmadarshanasya pratibandhakaranam. It causes obstruction in the pursuit of Atmajnana, which was explained in the previous mantra. Tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman. And it is called avidya. Bhashyakara calls it avidya because it is vidya virodhi. By blocking the possibility of jnana, it is vidya virodhi. Tat pratikulatvad avidya. Tat pratikulatvat means vidya pratikulatvat. Since it is opposed to vidya, it is unfavorable to vidya, blocks vidya, therefore it is called avidya. And the avidya gives rise to another problem, trishna. Yacha parakshveva avidyopadarshiteshu दृष्टादृष्टेषु भोगेषु तृष्णा. Avidyopadarshiteshu, presented by avidya. Parakshu, the external objects. The external objects that are presented by avidya. And they may be both drishta and adrishta. They can be drishta, visible, known through our senses, present in this world itself, or it can be adrishta, like swarga, etc. Even Swarga is avidyopadarshita. Though it is known through Veda Pramana, even Swarga falls in the domain of avidya, because it is also anatma. All that is anatma is in the domain of avidya. Avidyopadarshiteshu drishtadrishteshu bhogeshu. Bhogeshu means objects of enjoyment. Bhoga vishayeshu ityarthaha. Bhoga should be understood as karma vyutpatti. Bhujyante iti bhogaha. Karma vyutpatti, not bhava vyutpatti. Generally, when we see bhoga, it is a bhava vyutpatti. Bhoga means enjoyment generally. But here bhoga means object of enjoyment. Bhujyante iti bhoga. Karma vyutpatti. So avidya presents various objects of enjoyment. And then as we attribute reality to the objects of enjoyment because of avidya, we see the objects as promising. We think they can give happiness. That is why there is trishna, desire. Trishna, there is desire. Kamaha. So, avidya and trishna. These are the two things that cause samsara, that drive a person towards samsara, keep a person entangled in samsara. Tabhyam avidya trishnabhyam pratibaddhatma darshanaha. These two, avidya and trishna, they block the atma darshana. Pratibaddhatma darshanaha. All these are descriptions of balaha. Bhashyakara is leading to the word balaha in the verse. Pratibaddham atmadarshanam yesham te pratibaddhatmadarshanah. The people whose atmajnana is obstructed because of avidya and trishna. And parachaha, this is from the mula. Parachaha bahirgatan eva kaman. Parachaha is equal to bahirgatan, external. Eva kaman. Kaman means kamyan vishayan, the objects of desire. Again, karma vyutpatti. Kamyate iti kama. Vishayan anuyanti. Anuyanti is equal to anugachanti. They follow. Who are they? Balaha. Balaha is alpaprajnaha. The people of limited wisdom. Means avivekinaha ityarthaha. Pratibaddhatma darshanaha alpaprajnaha balaha. Te parachaha kaman anuyanti. They follow the external objects of desire because of avidya and trishna. Te तेन कारणेन मृत्योः अविद्याकामकर्मसमुदायस्य यन्ति गच्छन्ति विततस्य विस्तीर्णस्य सर्वतो व्याप्तस्य पाशं पाश्यन्ते बध्यन्ते येन तं पाशं देहेन्द्रियादि संयोगवियोगलक्षणं ते such people balaha because of their pursuit of anatma, their pursuit of anatma, where does it lead them to? Bhashyakara explains the line te mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham. Te tena karanena, because of that, because of following parachaha kaman, because of following the material objects of desire, mrityoha pasham yanti. Mrityoho, what is mrityu? Avidya kama karma samudayasya, the collection of avidya, kama and karma. The collection of avidya, kama and karma is called mrityu. The samsara karanam is called mrityu. First of all, avidya, anatma darshanam, seeing the anatma, implying attributing reality to the anatma, is avidya. Then there is kama, trishna. Kama is trishna. And then it leads to karma. In the mantra, anuyanti stands for karma. They follow the objects, means they do karma to get the object. So, avidya, kama, karma. They are bound by avidya, kama, karma. Mrityoho avidya, kama, karma samudayasya pasham yanti. Yanti is equal to gachanti. Get into. Vitatasya pasham. Vitatasya is equal to vistirnasya, very vast, is equal to sarvato vyaptasya. It is pervading everything. Means it is present all over the world. Whether you go to America or Australia, Mrityupasha is still there. To escape samsara, some people may go to Switzerland. If I go to Switzerland, I will be happy. People go for a holiday. But even in Switzerland, the person is frowning face. He is not able to get rid of the problem. Because whether he goes to Switzerland or Iceland or Ireland or Netherlands, the person is same. He is carrying the same samsara in his head. All the burden of his family, father, his son, daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, everyone is sitting in his head. So even when he goes to Switzerland, he cannot relax. Even there he is tense. So going to Switzerland does not solve his problem. Avidya Pasha is there even in Switzerland. So Sarvato Vyaptasya. It is present everywhere. Pasham. So it is Pasha. The avidya kama karma is Pasha. Pashyante badhyante yena tam pasham. Pashyante yena, because of which, by which people are bound, people are tied down to samsara. It is called Pasha. So, avidya kama karma gives rise to Pasha. And what is the Pasha? Dehendriyadi sanyoga viyoga lakshanam. The Pasha is in the form of Dehendriyadi sanyoga and viyoga. Association and dissociation with the body, senses, etc. Because of karma, because of avidya, there is kama. Because of kama, there is karma. And karma gives rise to the pasha. What is pasha? Dehendriyadi sanyoga. Association with the new body and senses, etc. New janma. So janma sanyoga means birth. And dehendriyadi viyoga. After a while there is viyoga, death, dissociation from the body. So janma marana, it is the pasha. Bhashyakara explains the pasha. Anavarata, janma marana, jara rogadi, anekanarthavratam, pratipadyante, ityarthaha. Anavarata, incessantly, perpetually, they get into a series of janma, birth, marana, death, jara, old age, roga, disease, adi, etc. Aneka anartha, many anarthas, many undesirable experiences. Their vratam, vrata means group, samuha, anartha samuha, a group of undesirable experiences like janma, etc. Generally, people celebrate their birth, but Shankaracharya says janma is anartha. Janma is anartha. One of the anartha is janma, because janma entails so many problems. That is why for a mumukshu, janma is anartha. He doesn't want one more janma. But then there are people who want janma. They are not interested in cessation of janma. Why? Because they have not seen the difficulties associated with janma. They are not aware of it. They think life will be nice, life is enjoyable, They think so. So it is a bhranti. If people are really aware of the problems associated with the life, the miseries associated with life, then they will not say, I want one more Janma. I don't think in this group anybody will say that. Because this group generally are expected to be having that much of Vairagya. So I don't have to convince you why we should not seek one more Janma. But then sometimes I come across people who argue with me. What is wrong in having one more Janma? Because the person has not done vichara regarding how painful the life is. That is why they think it doesn't matter if one more Janma is there. So, Janma, Marana, Jara, Rogadi, Aneka, Anarthavratam Pratipadyante Ityarthaha. This is the meaning of Mrityoha Vitatasya Pasham. Getting into the Pasha of Mrityu, Samsara. Yataha evam atha tasmat dhiraha vivekinaha pratyagaatmaswarupavasthanalakshanam amritatvam dhruvam viditva devadyamritatvam hi adhruvam idam tu pratyagaatmaswarupavasthanalakshanam न कर्मणा वर्धते नोकनीयान् इति ध्रुवम् तदेवं भूतं कूटस्थं अविचाल्यम् अमृतत्वं विदित्वा अध्रुवेषु सर्वपदार्थेषु अनित्येषु निर्धार्य ब्राह्मणाः इह संसारे अनर्थप्राये न प्रार्थयन्ते किंचिदपि प्रत्यगात्मदर्शन प्रतिकूलत्वात् पुत्रवित्त लोकैषणाभ्यः व्युत्तिष्ठन्ति एव इत्यर्थः यथा एवं since it is so tasmat therefore with this Bhashyakara connects the second half of the mantra to the first half. Atha. Atha means on the contrary. Unlike a bala. Now the Shruti is talking about a dhiraha, a viveki. The Purvardha talked about an aviveki. Uttarardha is talking about a viveki. It is indicated by atha. Atha indicates the change of the topic, the contrast between the two. Avivek dhiraha. Dhiraha means vivekinaha. the Vivekis. Amritatvam viditva. What is Amritatvam? Pratyagatma swarupavasthana lakshanam Amritatvam. The Amritatva is in the form of abiding in the nature of Pratyagatma Swarupa. Abiding in the nature of Pratyagatma. Establishment in the nature of Pratyagatma. Owning of the Pratyagatma. And it is Amritatvam. It is freedom from mrityu, freedom from death, freedom from samsara. Dhruvam, and it is dhruvam, eternal. Viditva, having discovered, having attained. And why this Amritatvam is qualified by the word Dhruvam, Bhashyakara explains. Devadi Amritatvam hi adhruvam. The Amritatva of Deva etc. Devatadi Amritatvam is adhruvam. It is unsteady, not eternal. It is a relative Amritatva. Even the Devatas are free from death up to certain extent, free from samsara up to certain extent. They don't have as much samsara as human beings have, because sukha is greater, dukkha is relatively less in the body of Devatas. They won't have fever and headache like us. Idam tu pratyagatma swarupavasthana lakshanam dhruvam. Idam tu, unlike the Devadi Amritatvam, idam Amritatvam, this Amritatva, which is in the form of Pratyagatma Swarupavasthanam, it is dhruvam, it is eternal, stable. And there is a pramana for that. Brihadaranyaka na karmana vardhate no kaniyan iti. Karmana na vardhate. It does not increase with the karma. One cannot add to the nature of Brahman, and one cannot reduce anything from it. No kaniyan. It does not diminish also, because it is the very swarupa of Brahman, Pratyagatma. Tadevam bhutam kutas, we have read. Tadevam bhutam kutastham avichalyam amritatvam. This amritatvam, evam bhutam refers to dhruvam, and it means kutastham. Kuta iva tishtatiti kutastha. Kutastham. And what is kutastham? Avichalyam. It cannot be shaken. Amritatvam, that kind of amritatva. It is kutastha, stands like an anvil. Avichalyam. Kutastham, dhruvam is equal to kutastham, is avichalyam. Kutastham and avichalyam are the explanation of dhruvam. Amritatvam viditva, discovering it. where Adhruveshu he discovers the Amritattva in and through the Adhruva. Adhruveshu means Anityeshu Sarva Padartheshu. In all the Padarthas, all the objects that are Anitya, in and through all the objects that are Anitya, this Nitya Amritattva exists. Therefore, despite being in the body, which is impermanent, this person enjoys the Dhruvam Amritattvam. He enjoys the moksha, which is eternal, which does not get affected by the impermanent nature of the body. Nirdharya. Viditva is equal to nirdharya, ascertaining. Clearly ascertaining the moksha as the Atma Swarupa, as one's own nature. Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha means Brahmajnaninaha. Brahmano Brahmavedanat. We have to take Vyutpatyartha, the derivative meaning. Iha samsare, in this world, which is anartha praya, which is full of anarthas, full of disasters, full of undesirable things, undesirable experiences. Anartha praye means dukkha bahule ityartha. It is mostly dukkha. Sometimes there is sukha, that's all. And even the sukha is as though sukha. For a mumukshu, even the sukha is dukkha. That is why in Yoga Sutra, Patanjali says, Parinama tapa samskara dukkhaihi gunavritya virodhacha dukkhameva sarvam vivekinam. For a viveki, everything is dukkha. So, anartha praye means dukkha bahule samsare. The samsara which is filled with dukkha, filled with the problems, na prarthayante kinchidapi. They do not seek anything. Why? Pratyagatma darshana pratikulatvat. Because seeking anything in the world is opposed to Pratyagatma darshanam, is opposed to Brahmajnana. This should be understood in two ways. One is as far as a mumukshu is concerned. If a mumukshu seeks happiness in the world, he cannot get Pratyagatma. He cannot get Atmajnana. He is taken away from Atmajnana. Therefore, as far as a mumukshu is concerned, he should make effort to develop Vairagya. Why he should develop Vairagya? Because if he does not have Vairagya, that means if he is seeking happiness from the world, it is Pratyagatma darshana pratikula. Therefore, a mumukshu has to constantly make effort to develop Vairagya. But then, when he becomes a Brahmajnani, when he has assimilated knowledge when he has assimilated the Atmajnana to a great extent, then the Vairagya becomes natural to him. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Because he has assimilated the fact that the Jagat is mithya. If the Jagat is mithya, then what is there to seek here? There is no room for raga. There is no room for desire for the objects. Therefore, Vairagya is spontaneous for a jnani. So, if this is about a jnani, then we have to understand that the raga, desire for the material objects, are destroyed by Pratyagatma Darshanam. Therefore, no chance of seeking anything. Na prarthayante. And if it is about a mumukshu, then he has to cultivate Vairagya with the dosha darshanam by constantly being aware of the anityatva. A mumukshu na prarthayante with effort, and a muktaha na prarthayate without effort. So, Bhashyakara gives the gist of the second half. Putravitta lokaishanabhyah vyuttishtanti eva ityarthah. Putravitta lokaishanabhyah vyuttishtanti eva. Vyuttishtanti means they take sannyasa, they give up, tyaga. Vyuttishtanti means they turn away from, they go away from what? Putra, Vitta, Loka, Eshana. The three types of Eshanas that are mentioned in Brihadaranyaka-upanishad. Putraishana, Vittaishana and Lokaishana. They give up the three forms of Eshanas. In fact, all desires are covered under these three Eshanas. Eshana means desire. Putraishana stands for desire for all relations. Desire for son means a desire for all relations. Desire for relating to someone. And then Vittaishana, desire for money, includes a desire for a powerful position also. Desire for a powerful position, desire for property, everything is included. Vittaishana and Lokaishana, desire for social status. In this world, people should recognize me and people should speak nice of me. Even that is Lokaishana. Nobody should criticize me. everyone should speak nice about me. What others think about me, if my actions depend on what others think about me, then it is Lokeshana. Most often we think of becoming good because others should say I am good. It is Lokeshana. One has to follow dharma for the sake of dharma, not because the others should say I am good. And the dependence on whether people like me or not, the others' opinion, others' view, Lokeshana, Putraishana, Vittaishana, Lokeshana. All these three Eshanas are very beautifully analyzed by our Acharyas. Specifically in Jivan Mukti Viveka, Vidyaranya analyzes various types of Eshanas, various types of Vasanas are analyzed, and how to give them up. Also things are analyzed in various Prakarana Granthas. Vyuttishtanti, they get rid of them. And a proper physically getting rid of them is the process of sannyasa. When you take sannyasa, you formally declare to the world as well as yourself that I have given up all the three Eshanas. Putraishanayascha Vittaishanayascha Lokaishanayascha Vyuthitoham. When you declare this, it is sannyasa, Eshana Traya Tyaga. And to safeguard the Eshana Traya Tyaga, you give them up physically also. Because if they are physically kept or you physically seek them, then one cannot be free from the Eshana. The Eshana will come. That is why this sannyasi goes away from them even physically. He goes away from the relatives, doesn't stay with the relatives, keeps away from the relatives to be free from Putraishana. A sannyasi does not live in his house with his relatives. And gives away the wealth, Vittaishana, free from possession, minimum possession, whatever is needed to take care of the body. And free from Lokaishana also. He does not seek this loka, recognition in this loka, as well as he is not seeking the other lokas. I want to go to Swarga. He does not say that. That is why he gives up all the rituals that are meant for going to Swarga. Ityadi. So, Eshanatraya Tyaga is the ideal of sannyasa, the principle of sannyasa. So, putraishana, putravittalokaishanabhyah vyuttishtanti eva ityarthaha. He gives up the eshanas. And this can be, if it is a mumukshu, then it is called vividisha sannyasa. For the sake of getting the Atma Jnana, he deliberately gives up everything with his viveka and vairagya. And if it is a jnani, it has happened to him. All the eshanas are gone for good. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.